Welcome to Takara, the Teaching African Arts and Craft program. My name is Diane Oputa. Today, my guest, Mr. Fatai Ajibade from Oshobo, will be showing us how he creates beautiful, handmade, needle-pointed blankets and other needlepoint works. Mr. Fatai is a fantastic designer, and today we're going to be seeing just what he can do. Stay with us as we venture into the world of arts and crafts. It's a pleasure to have you on the program.
Thanks.
You know that this quilting work is very dear to me because it's an art form that we picked up from the South, and you know that I told you earlier that I'm from South Carolina.
Yes.
So this is something that we love to do in the olden days, and our mothers used to sit down and quilt and do handwork. I really love this, and I want you to tell me exactly where you're from and how you find your fabrics and how you begin doing the quilting.
Thank you very much. I got the fabric from Oshobo, where the indigo is being made. The arrow is from Oshobo. The particular name of arrow, they call it indigo in English.
And indigo is this fabric?
Kind of fabrics here.
Yes, yes.
So when you want to make the fabric, it takes you some days, about 15 days, because you can get the color. Because it's natural color, it's not kind of German dye that you can just dye within the 5 minutes.
Leaves.
It's made from the leaf. We collected some leaves, which they call ewe lali. Ewe lali. Lali is a tree. Okay. You have to cut the leaf, then you soak for some days. After soak for some days, it gives you the color.
So before you can start any of these projects that you're using this particular indigo, you must go through that whole process.
You have to go through the whole process before you can get the particular fabrics.
Fantastic. Now I'm seeing different kinds of designs here.
Yes.
On the indigo.
Yes.
Are there particular names for these particular designs, like this and then this?
Yes, these are the indigo fabrics. You have different patterns. This we call it eleso, tie and dye. Then this one we call it Egbalawa.
Egbalawa.
Okay. They all have names. that's particularly on it, because it's done by the old women in,
yes,
also
that's
in
what I
my
was going to
place.
ask you, because I know that these particular fabrics from Indigo now are becoming really extinct.
Yes.
Because I'm hearing that the older women now don't want to do it any longer.
Yes, they don't want to do it. That is why we are trying to inviting some of the jobless people, like the boys that are supposed to be in the garage, causing problems up and down, as go to some family motherless home to collect some children and train them.
And teach them.
Teach them. So when you teach them, they will be able to get their daily food by doing the work.
So how many students right now do you have
I have
working with
about
you?
5 students working with me.
Okay. And they've been
Presently,
training for some time.
I've been training them. They know how to do the work now. Some of them have been experts. Some of them are even trying to put their own kind of logic on the fabrics.
Yes.
So we are collectively doing the work together. When I'm trying to do this, some of them will do even more faster than I did. So I know that I'm trying to put their life in the normal instead of them to be going around and disturbing others.
That is fantastic. That is basically what Ankara is all about. So now, what I want to ask you, I've seen quite a bit of your designs. This is a duvet here, anyway, by the way. And this is a king size duvet. You make them king, queen,
and queen, full size, and the normal bed.
Yes. Now, where do you get the designs that you're actually putting on the duvets?
It's like we get some with imaginative. Some, when you look at something, maybe you visited a friend and you see some of the upholstery, you feel you can just put them in kind of your work.
Yes.
Then when you go home, you sit down, especially in the night, when something comes to your head,
you put it down.
You try to put it down.
Yes.
The following day, you try to draw it out and apply it to your work, so that it gives it ethnic and to make it unique, so that it's not look common to
it
other
makes your
people,
work individuals. Now I see something on my table here. I'm also seeing another type of needlework.
Yeah.
Now this can be used for so many things. I mean, for a table runner, back of a chair, wall hanging,
back of the chair and bed cover, at the extreme bed cover. Then you can use it. Some people use it for jacket. As it is now,
form of style.
Yes, another form of style. You use it as a logo of your company. So this kind of reverse applique is done with 2 fabrics together. You have to pander it together. Then you draw your desired pattern. Like this This is all the needleworks. You don't need to use machine.
And the needlework is very, very neat.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very, very neat, very straight, neat. So obviously one would have to have some expertise in needle. You have to use your needle. And that's what you're here today to show us anyway.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say.
This is a mask.
This is a mask that talks about the first tax in Nigeria. When this president was Minister of State, he created the Asco Festival. So we try to show the people that are foreigner, like the expatriates where I visited, I try to tell them history about the figures.
Yes.
So this is about the animal that shown to the children, how the animal looks like. Even they haven't visited the Zoom before, then when you do it in the hand wall hanging to them, when they see it, they will look at it and they know what it is.
Yes.
So this is a zebra.
This is beautiful. I like them. Very, very nice, very creative. Now, we're going to start this project, and to let Mr. Fatai prepare to start the project, we're going to go to a commercial, and we're going to come back and just get your needles, your thread. And your material ready, and you can join in with us. We'll be right back. to the program. Well,
Okay.
if you were with us a few minutes ago, we were talking to Mr. Fatai, and he is now going to begin his project on needlepoint. And as you've seen, I had to go and get my glasses because I can't see jack without them. So, Mr. Fatai,
thank you very much.
show us how we're going to start our project.
Now we're going to start, like most of the material you need to be get before starting. Most of this work is blade, cardboard.
Yes, we have them on the table.
We have them on the table. Then we have pencil, office pin, and fabric, your tape, your thread, your scissors, then the ruler to rule.
Very necessary.
Then necessarily, yes. And we need chalk to trace some of the figures.
Then office pin and masking tape.
Office pin with the masking tape. So we're going to start on quilting.
So we can use any kind of fabric that
you
we
can
want.
use any fabric because we're going to use a textile printing. This is plain textile printing. We're going to use it as the back. So now we're going to get the fiber that will be the inner rough of it. So after doing it in that, we put it aside.
Okay.
Then we have to cut our desired pattern by using the ruler. We haven't got by using the ruler. Then you have to trace. Then you use your.
So what design are you going to show us?
What I wanted to do now is that I want to use just a triangle forms. I'm going to use the triangle form first.
Those must be a little bit more easier for us beginners.
Yes, it's going to be easier. Because if we are going to use another creative something, it will be somehow difficult.
And I think that when you're even you're using a straight line, it's a lot easier, especially with beginners and sewing it down.
Yes. After marking it, then you have to trace it and cutting it into 4/4 so that it can be.
Are you using what's the actual measurement that you're using?
We normally use 6, 5, and 4.
Okay.
The 4 is the smallest sizes, so that.
So you're making squares.
Yes.
And you're decreasing the size.
Yes.
6 inches, 4 inches.
40 inches.
And I mean, that just basically depends on whatever design you're doing.
Yes.
So one can actually just do anything you really want.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to do it in another way, it will be revised. But I'm trying to do it in triangle form.
Okay. So let me ask you, while you're doing this, how long have you been actually quilting? Because I was so surprised to even hear that a man actually made these duvets.
Yes,
I mean, it's usually
it's like
something that
I'm a native of Osogbo. If you have been to Osogbo, you know it's an art center in Nigeria, in Africa, with most of my friends that after we finished our secondary school, they were on art. So once Willie Bayer came to Nigeria, he was trying to tell us that we have some things that we can be using. Then I was about 7 years old to 9 years. I'm in a primary school. So they asked us to be collecting some of the pieces from the tailoring. So when we bring those fabrics, they will use it to do some artwork. Then I don't even believe I will be one of the artists to be using fabric in quilting. So after my secondary school, most of my mates, I can find them that the work that belonged to the city, the Osogbo, which I came from, was the work that people are looking up and down. So I tried to say, instead of me to be looking for white collar job, why not sitting down with this kind of thing that I believe I'm part of them, because I believe it's a heritage work because of the town that I'm from. So that's how I started going about with them, trying to go to the training. Anytime when they study exchange in Nigeria, some of the students from the university in Europe, they visited Osogbo because Osogbo is the tourist center.
Yes.
So they try to give us a study exchange by using their own English method. then we try to use our native idea. So that is how I find myself.
I'm sure that they were able to pick up a lot from you, because we have the fabrics, you understand, and we can actually interchange ideas with them. So that is very fantastic. You'll be cutting this out while you're talking to us.
So when I was trying to make some of this, then they said this fabric that we thought is not something that is precious to us. They want to find out how we have been doing it, and
how you're dyeing it, how indigo.
So and in this, when we are kids, the old women used us to use the thread, be tying it. We thought they were maltreating us. We don't know this is what we are going to be using as our daily bread.
Yes.
So anytime after school, they will ask us, you go and sit down there, and started tying the rope for me. We thought they were giving us punishment.
after
So
you're actually learning
we don't know, we are trying to learn it.
Maybe that's a great way to teach children these days.
So we don't know that they were trying to give us our food, our future food. So after sometimes, when we finish secondary school, there is no job. We go to some other school for like technical training school. Then when I discovered that people that came to my place, they were looking for beautiful indigo fabrics, then with little thing idea that I have on it.
But how did you put that into duvets? Because I mean, you were like patching fabrics together.
Yes, I'm patching fabrics together. But when the Willie Bayer came to Nigeria, that teach us how to sew the quilt, they used the English fabric to sew it. But after they left, we tried to use the fabric that we normally put as Christmas clothes, because we believe that anybody that want to do
would be special
Christmas,
anyway.
We thought we should put it on. Then later we discovered that we should use our own fabric, because people are buying it in ordinary plain, and when they take it to overseas, maybe they are using it for quilting over there.
But why would you want to send ordinary fabric overseas?
Yes, so we try to put our own idea and started using it for quilting. So that's how we derive of using the fabric for quilting, and with the little training we got from them. So
you put it all to use. You combine everything.
Yes, we try to combine it together.
That's great.
So this is a triangle that will be. These are the small triangle that will be combined together to make a patterns. Now we look for another lighter fabric that the color can come out.
So what you're telling us now is that it doesn't really matter what fabric you use.
Yes, it depends.
But the weight of the fabric doesn't matter.
Yes. If the weight of the fabric is too thick, like we use Ashoke.
Yes.
Ashoke is very hard.
Yes.
It's not as soft as this.
Because this is Ankara soft pattern.
This is soft patterns. So when we are using the hard fabric, we normally use machine at times to stitch it together because it's very hard.
Yes.
So, but this we can use needle hand because it's very soft. So I'm trying to use Ankara as a pattern because this is what is available for me. Yes. Now instead of me to be ruling it, I want to use this to be a pattern.
The young boys that are working with you, that you've trained, they have been with you for a long time now.
Most of them, some of them have spent about 3-4 years with me.
Has anyone been able to go on and do their own business, or has anyone even gotten better than you? Because I find out that people that I've trained in different types of arts and crafts have even gotten better than myself. And that makes you proud at the end of the day. Because you know that you've done something good by just training someone to be able to do something.
Some of them are on their own now. Some of them are still with me. At least I've got more than 15 of them that have passed through me. And most of them have traveled out. Some of them are in university now. They are using this kind of work for their part-time.
Yes.
Anytime when they are having an holiday,
that is great because they're able to contribute. Their parents won't have to be finding school fees and money for books.
Some of them contribute to the community in my area.
Oh, that must make you proud. Yes. I think when you're using this too, you can even get patterns from the pattern.
Oh, yes. I've got the pattern from them. Then when I want to band them together now.
So you really make your patterns on cardboard at the end of the day because it's a lot easier.
It's not easier, yes. I have to make it through the cardboard.
Okay.
Now, this is two fabrics, different fabric with different patterns on them.
Yes.
So with my own desired pattern now, is it 4 there? This is 4 now. What I will do is like, you have to pin it together. That is when you have to use your pin. And the other one, you have to use your pin.
So really, those people who are sewing should not really throw out their scraps of fabric because you can use these fabrics for so much. Nothing really goes to waste at the end of the day.
No, nothing has to be waste.
You just keep them and you just organize the colors together.
Yes.
And you can create a huge blanket at the end of the day.
Yes. Because they are tiny, tiny fabrics you combine together. Now I have to put thread into the needle.
Single or double?
Single thread.
Okay.
So I have to go on stitching it.
Did you knot the back? No.
No.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
And so this is basically, do they call this stitch? It's a running stitch. What do you call the stitch?
The stitch is by, we are trying to make the triangle to be square.
Okay. Okay.
And that is going to be square now because two different.
So you're putting your square back together?
Back together, yes. I'm putting
the square
yes, by 2 different colors.
So when you're making your duvets, do you have like a format? Do you like prepare all the pieces together?
Yes, I like to prepare the pieces together and set it on the floor. Then I started picking it one by one. Because my desired pattern, I have to set it on the floor. So when I'm looking at it, I'll be taking it one by one before another.
So you're actually designing it, putting it together, yeah.
So after using it after doing it like this, I will use a look for a hot iron.
Yes.
To press it so that you have to open it.
Everything is flat and it looks like it's been joined back together.
Back together, yes. So then the second one.
Let's see, this one is it. Go ahead. Let me just close this up a bit so that when you want to put it. Same thing with that one?
Yes, the same thing with that one.
This is good. It doesn't really work as easy when you're trying to show it to people or we're rushing.
Yes.
But it's okay. So the same thing. You just press it open.
I have to press the open. This is that one. I'm trying to. It's because of the time.
Yes.
Because of the time.
Yes. Do you have other ones here you want to do the same thing too?
Yes, I have to do the same thing with other ones.
So all 4 of these now have been joined down the center.
Yes.
And they've been pressed,
with the iron.
Open, flat. So what's the next step?
The next step is to join them together like this. After joining it like this, then we have to join the 4 together.
Okay, it's going to make one big square.
Big square.
Okay.
So after that, then we use one for the border here, another for the border here, then the other one for the border here, then this for the one. The fourth one.
Okay.
So the patchwork will be at the center, where the border will be on it before taking it to the cloth.
Okay, so let's just join this together and then come back and show them what it's going to look like at the finishing stage. Now, let's just recap. We've taken our pieces that was like this, just joined it down the center, making our square back. We've taken the squares and we've joined it, making one big square in the center. And you've taken your side panels and you made your border. Now, where are we going?
Now we have to look for our fiber, the inner one. Then
why are we using fiber and not foam?
No, because this can radiate air. The air can pass through it than using the local foam, the fighter foam.
It's better,
so this is
cooler.
the better.
And it's also more flexible.
Flexible, too. Yes.
Okay.
So then we have to look for backing. We use this one as our backing for the back. So when we put it down here, we use the maxing tape. We have to use a maxing tape to hold it over.
Okay.
Before pouring in the foams, the fiber on top.
To stretch it.
To stretch it.
Okay.
So after bringing that, then we put our works on top of it. So after putting it on top, then we look for a pin. Look for an office pin. We have to start from the middle.
You only grab, okay, I was going to say, you're only grabbing the fiber and the material. So you're grabbing all three pieces and you're pinning it together.
Pin it together.
I assume while you're doing this too, you're making sure that it's smooth, right?
Yes.
But it's taped down to the table because you said tape this down.
No, we have to tape the first one down. So when taping it down, it won't be shaking and it will make the back to be more smoother.
Okay.
So now we've pinned it down. You can look at the back. So what you do now, you look for a needle and thread. This is the needle with the thread, a single thread, not double thread.
So are you going to patch this down onto this?
Yes, I want to pass it down with the thread.
You want to tack it down?
Tack
okay,
it down,
you want
yes.
to
tack it all rounds.
Yes. So that everything is joined together.
Yes.
Okay.
So
starting from the center.
I will start from the center. Then I have to be tracing where I use the needle to string so that the thread will not come out on top, but you can find the thread at the back.
Okay. I guess it's important to use matching thread.
Yes, so that the color will not be showing.
Okay, you don't want the stitching to show at this point.
At the point.
So you're going to stitch this down all the way around.
All the way around.
Okay.
This can take us many days.
I can see that before you do king size. I see that for one of the blankets, you even combined your
reverse applique.
Yes, your reverse applique, which you're going to show us another day. And you combined it to your actual machine stitching work. Okay, so basically you're stitching this down all the way across the back. You're going to do the same thing to the whole
all round.
After you've done that.
After doing that,
yes. What's the next
after
step?
doing that, then I have to take my measurements to measure my require either king size, either queen size. Then I have to cut
all this excess
away. After cutting it away, then I have to fold it in. I have to fold it in to do the last hemming.
And that would basically look like show us from here, from one of your duvets that you've already finished.
When I do it like this, the edge will be as I've done this. You can look at the edge here. See the way I do this. There's fiber in, then this is the back, this is the front object.
So you folded everything in.
I fold everything in, then I have to do the...
stitched it around. See how beautiful and neat the hand stitching is here.
And everything have to be straight.
So at the end of the day,
at the end of the day, this is how it will look like.
Okay. Wow.
This is the type of what we have just done. I try to make some triangle.
And this is actually your border.
Border, yes.
Put
it here, yes.
Okay. I think this is exquisite. And like you said, it can take weeks.
It can take
if not
3
months
weeks
to do.
For one person to finish one. But if you have other people employing, you can do it within 2 weeks.
Okay.
When you have somebody to be pressing for you, and you have somebody
to be joining
it together for you. But if it is one person doing it, you have to take 3 consecutive weeks by starting in the morning and close by evening times.
Well, unfortunately, our program is only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we only have you for 30 minutes. But we're going to definitely invite you back to the program so that you can show us some more of your interesting projects. I know you do so many other things.
Yes.
And if you want to know more about Fatai's designs, stick with us. At the end of the program, we're going to give you his contact. And he's also going to be doing some classes. So if you're interested in learning about needlework, he's the man to know. Join us next week as we bring you another interesting episode of Takara.
Bye.
Bye-bye.